For FM 89 News, I'm Malcolm Glover. While oil continues spewing into the Gulf of Mexico from the mangled remains of BP's Deepwater Horizon drilling rig, many Americans, including some Arkansans, are questioning their dependence on fossil fuels and seeking out energy-efficient alternatives. Central Arkansas Alternative Fuels is a company that's improving the way cars burn fuel so motorists get more engine power, better their fuel economy, reduce emissions, and help the environment. An oscillating fan slowly disperses the summer sun's intense heat in a makeshift home office that serves as the headquarters for Central Arkansas Alternative Fuels.
One of the things that we do is called the Gadgetman Groove. It's the quickest and fastest and easiest thing we can do to any vehicle right now with minimal to no effort.
Amanda Wallace is president of the Conway-based company. She says their main goal is to come up with common-sense solutions that help everyday people combat the fuel and energy crises. John Robinson, a sales rep and automotive tech for the company, comes over to tell me more.
The Gadgetman Groove. It is a very simple modification to the throttle body of any vehicle, whether it burns gasoline, diesel, propane. This groove that we're talking about will work to increase horsepower, and we've seen numbers of up to 61% as an increase in fuel efficiency.
John admits that there are skeptics who try to deny the success of their work, but he says the facts and research don't lie. Simple modifications can make a huge difference. I soon realized the easiest way to truly understand the group's work is to be a part of the process. So I let them work on my car. John walks me through the Gadgetman Groove procedure invented by Ron Hatton.
The air goes through your throttle body, past the throttle plate, and it flows in a tunnel shape. Whenever we make the modification, it changes in a different shape. It goes to your engine in the form of a smoke ring, and allowing the fuel to mix with it more efficiently and thereby burn more efficiently.
If you're not a car person, that explanation can be a little confusing, so John breaks it down for me in a simpler way.
Give us 5 to 10 minutes. Take the throttle body off. We put this groove in the throttle body. We don't add anything mechanical. We don't add anything electrical. We don't add anything to the fuel injection system, and neither do we take away from any of these systems. We simply change the way that the air flows through the throttle body and into the engine.
The modification is completely reversible, and he says the company will refund your money if you're not pleased with the car's performance. So let the work begin.
At the moment, we're going to walk you out and pop the hood.
That's Aaron Barraza, one of the co-owners of the company.
Let's see, what kind of car do you say you have?
97 Toyota Camry.
And how many miles you said you're getting to the gallon?
Usually like 22.
22 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
As you see here, we have a few vacuum lines that we're going to remove off the throttle body. You got a throttle body precision sensor system.
While Aaron and his brother Heido try to disconnect the vacuum lines and remove the throttle body, Aaron opens up about why he got into the business.
I had a plumbing company, and I was having to drive from Colorado to Little Rock every day. And that became a big issue, having to spend $500-600 in a big one-ton diesel truck that was only getting 11 miles to the gallon. That's when I got into mathematical physics and vortex flows, and
I guess the genesis was necessity.
Yeah. Straight necessity, just having to pay too much at the gas pump.
Aaron and his brother continue working on my car, and I chat with Tom Burdine, their father, who just so happens to be the go-to guy for all things mechanical.
I'm a union electrician by trade, IBEW member. I have to rely on gas. Almost every construction worker in this country relies on their trucks and their gases. That's kind of my specialty of the trucks. Burning gas and fuel less across the board, across our country. How many billions of barrels is that going to save? Not to mention the money that they don't have to put in that pump. They can put it in their pocket and take it home and feed their kids.
Once the throttle body is removed, Aaron begins making the Gadgetman Groove.
I'll take my Dremel and my special design bit, and I just start taking little bits at a time.
The entire process can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on your vehicle, and usually costs about $300. While the technicians finish their work, I go back inside with company president Amanda Wallace, who shows me a long wall chart filled with stats.
We write down the names of every person whose vehicle we've modified. We write down the year, make, model, and engine size, as well as the statistics and reports back like the mileage increases. We have a wide array of vehicles right now.
I see Fords, Toyotas, Nissans, Chevrolet,
Yes.
Chrysler.
You name it, ranging
Dodge.
from year 86 all the way up to '09. We actually did my grandmother's '09 Versa. We know that she's already seen significant improvement in her horsepower and torque. Just from her calculations of the gas that she's used so far, she knows she's at least seen a 10 mile per gallon increase. It was about 30 to 33 before, and she's running somewhere between 40 and 45.
And the good reports keep coming. For example, a 1986 Dodge Ram 1500 pickup truck that went from getting only 8 miles a gallon to 13.3 miles. A 1998 Pontiac Montana van that would get 28 miles a gallon. Well, after the Gadgetman Groove process, the van now gets 44 miles per gallon. If all goes well, my car will go from getting 18 to 22 miles a gallon to 30 or even 40. But Amanda cautions that any vacuum leaks in a car can lower the efficiency. Now, most people don't want anyone messing with the inner workings of their car unless there's a problem. And Jeff, a Conway resident, was no exception.
I have a 92 Ford Mustang. When they did my car, I had to walk away. I couldn't watch them do it. The hearing that grinding, that's my baby. That's my means of transportation. If something happens to that, then I'm out. So yeah, I was very skeptical.
Until he saw the results.
Before I was getting 18 to 22. Looking at rough estimates, I haven't actually done the mileage yet, but I'm probably looking at about 25 city now. That's 7 miles per gallon increase on a 5.0 racing motor. It works.
Back outside, Jairo and Aaron are finally done with my car.
So we just completed your groove, and as you can see, as the throttle plate opens right there, it now has a little cavity where the air has to sort of flow into so it can make the vortex effect. But let's apply it to your car and see what it does. Okay.
Once the throttle body is back in place, it's time to take the car for a ride with John and Aaron.
All right, notice the accelerator when you take off from stop sign. Does it feel any different?
Yes.
So you're feeling more of a pickup, you'd say?
Definitely more of a pickup, and that pickup comes a whole lot faster.
That's good. That's good. That's what we like to hear.
Well, and let me ask you this. I mean, my throttle body had a lot of stuff on it, a lot of carbon emissions and everything on it. So the more that buildup happens, does it impact how your car accelerates?
Yes. Well, sure, because that buildup will be throughout the engine. And whenever you begin to burn it in the manner that you are now burning your fuel, the time that it will take for that same buildup to occur will be much, much less, making your vehicle last much longer. The internal parts will have to work much less to accomplish the same horsepower because they're not having to deal with all of the unburnt fuel and all of the junk that is normally kicked out through the emission system.
So far, the retrofit to my car has been a success, and I'm getting better mileage. After a series of tests last week, the company learned that a van they worked on has 0 hydrocarbons, a near 98% reduction in emissions. To learn more about Central Arkansas alternative fuels and the Gadgetman Groove process, visit KUAR.org. For FM 89 News, I'm Malcolm Glover.